Welcome back, everyone, to the Utah State Fair Park. Final day of competition here, XGames Salt Lake City 2025, presented by Sonic. This is Sonic Women's BMX Park here on the Sonic Park course. It's a 3-round format here in this event. We've completed round number 1 out of 3. And as of right now, Scotty, it's your defending gold medalist from Ventura, Hannah Roberts, sitting in the top spot.
Yeah, she brought some huge tricks, but also the speed around this course, and it was amazing.
So that's round 1 in the books. We've still got 2 more rounds of runs to go before we get back to the top of the order. Let's check in with the 3rd member of our crew. It's Kristen B.
Jimmy, after laying down a score in the 90s, after her first run, I checked in with Hannah Roberts. She said, well, that's just a safety run, guys, just a casual safety run in the 90s. This is the only second time Women's BMX Park has been contested at the X Games, but already the sport's growing, and that's in part due to riders like Hannah Roberts and Perris Benegas. Both of these women have focused their energy towards creating a space for other young women to learn 5 weeks ago. They both partnered together to host an all-girls ride day. 17 young women attended. Hannah told me their goal is to host more of these and create an access point for not only women in biking, but women in BMX. So cool.
I like that. A 90 flat is your safety run and ready to build on that. So it'll be interesting to see what Hannah Roberts does in rounds 2 and 3. If you're just joining us, this is an 8-athlete field out here. You've got Perez Benegas. She got a silver at the Olympics in 2024. Your silver medalist last year. But we got a couple of X Games rookies in here as well, Scotty.
Yeah, no, there's so many different kind of approaches to this course today, and it's been amazing to see them bring their own style in, and I'm so excited to continue on.
We started off with one of those rookies that I was referring to. She is a consistent top 5 competitor, and she just so happens to be looking at a potential medal right now. She set the bar in the first round. She's looking at a bronze medal right now with that 82 flat. Representing Colombia, it's QueenSaray Villegas.
And what's so great about this too, moving forward, you know, being a rookie, you are learning as the competition goes to see what the judges are looking for. So after seeing Hannah's big score, you know that they want to see the lines, they want to see the tricks, and this is a really good run so far, linking tricks back to back.
The 3 rounds, best run counts. The runs are 45 seconds in length.
Such clean riding. I just love her approach to this course. Everything is nice and fast. She's carving back and forth, and like you can see there's like not much dead time in between her tricks, which I think is going to work really well in her favor moving forward. Whoa! Sending that flip deep into there. Such control. We're at the end of the run here, though. This is crucial. You gotta end with something big for these judges.
There you go, combo.
It's clean. That was a really good run.
Looking to best that 82 that's got her in a potential medal for now.
Look at so many combinations, though. She did so much better than her first run, doing that backflip, landing nice and clean into that landing. And I love this. Beautiful bars from the tabletop. That is such a technical trick, especially to do at the end of your run.
I was going to say that was right at the buzzer. She finished 5th overall in the 2024 UCI World Rankings. Just missed the podium in Paris at the Olympics. She finished in 4th place out there, so we'll see if this bumps up the score. Judges working off of a 100-point scale here. So when it takes a while for the number to come in, the judges are having a conversation there. So she will bump up by 3 full points. She was in 3rd place pre-run. However, she just gave herself a 3-point breathing room between her and Kim Mueller. Another X Games rookie, and their youngest in the field at 19 years old. From the Kanagawa Prefecture in Japan, this is Nene Naito.
Nice 360 into the deep part of the bowl. So great to see Nene out here being a part of women's BMX, representing Japan. Nice tail whip. And I mentioned this earlier, every one of these riders have a different style. Look at that beautiful look back air. And it's amazing to see how Japanese BMX riders have been evolving. The sport is growing so much over there. So many young riders coming up. Beautiful tabletop as well, going the opposite direction that she usually goes. So this is going to be the end of the run right here. And that was a really nice second run. I like that.
She had a 68.66 the first go around, had her that 6th place position.
Love the 360 on the box jump, starting things off right there. Such a classic BMX trick, but this one, definitely one of my favorites. The look back is when it's the opposite of a turn down, right? So turn down, you do literally turning the bike down, I know. But a look back, you're kicking the bike back and looking back as you're cranking your leg behind that handlebar.
That'll bump her up to a 74.66. It won't get her out of that 6th place position, but 4th, 5th, and 6th, that's a pretty tight grouping right now. And then the silver and the bronze pretty close there with an 85 and an 87.33. And then you got Hannah Roberts sitting up there, that lone 90, holding on to the top spot. Coming your way next, she is a 5-time Australian champ and also happens to be an Olympic bronze medalist she earned in Paris last August. Natalya Diehm representing Australia.
Yeah, Nat definitely has the tricks to upset this podium. At the end, you know, she had a rough go with that flare. All she's got to do is clean that up because everything's been looking so good. That tuck air was huge.
And at height.
Yeah, she's got so much power in her riding. And the way that she's able to incorporate the big tricks like that flare, like that backflip, the judges are going to love this one if she can keep this together. And look at that tabletop pocket air going off one side.
There's the flare. Oh, no!
It was the same exact crash as the first run.
That's okay. The 3rd time's going to be the charm. Again, right there at the end. So close.
Yeah, so the thing is, she's not getting away from the transition enough. We call that pulling out of the transition. And that could be that she is on a transition that maybe she wishes was a foot taller that's going to pop her back in, but also it could be at the end of your run, your body's fatigued, you don't have the energy to be able to pump into that and pull the bike away from it.
So Nikita Ducarroz back in.
Nice tuck air on that big quarter pipe. Nikita's another rider that incorporates the big tricks into the stylish, action-packed runs where she's getting the lines, and that's crucial. The judges are rewarding that so much. But it looks like she's stepping off.
Popped out with right at the 28-second mark there. Rolling back in to reset.
You know, I think something might have went wrong for her, but I like that she's dropping in, though. Use this as a warm-up. Figure out the course. Maybe there's something that you need to work on in the end of your run. Here's your opportunity.
There's that transfer again that we saw from round 1. You know, talk about what that's like, too. Like, you've got an idea in your head. You go through the motions in practice. What do you want to do? Like, what's the mindset when it doesn't work out? Yes. And then you have to improvise.
And there's certain riders, like if you think about a rider like Kevin Perez, he can improvise at any moment and it'll look like he's been trying to do that, like he's been studying it for weeks. Me, on the other hand, I was a rider where I had a game plan. If that game plan did not work out, it was hard for me to keep going. So there's a lot of different approaches to the course. Speaking of Kevin Perez, there he is right there with his beautiful baby.
So it'll come down to that 3rd and final run there for Nikita Ducarroz, sitting in that number 5 spot. So it's still Hannah Roberts, Perez, Benegas, and QueenSaray. Yeah, so you're Kevin Perez is saying, give him a show. We bring in Santiago Chile's Maca Perez.
She's got these lines. I was watching her in practice. She just needs to stitch them all together. Huge air on that very steep, like vert wall quarter pipe. Nice, beautiful look back over that hip. Going for a stylish one-hander and pocket air of her own. So this is definitely going better than run number 1. Let's see how she finishes. Nice tabletop transfer. So she's gonna have to put an exclamation point on this run to mess with this podium. It's gonna be crucial because we've seen perfection on that podium so far from these riders. Nice X up, and this is it.
She had 42.66 the first time out. It's got her down there in 8th.
Yeah, I wish that she was going to put an exclamation point. When she flew out on that quarter pipe, she needed one last trick right there to really up her score, you know, put her to contention to play with that podium. But she had some good moments. She definitely has a great run to build off. She's just got to stitch it all together.
So a 65.33, that'll jump up the score. That'll put her up one spot from 8th into 7th. So with 3 riders left to go here in round 2. Kim Mueller just on the outside looking in.
It got me excited right there. Truck driver is definitely an upgrade. The only woman we've seen do today. The only woman to tail whip the box as well. Kim has the tricks. She absolutely does. There were certain moments in her first run where, yeah, it didn't go absolutely perfect, but she's got a very good blueprint to be able to get up there on this podium. So far, so good. Nice alley-oop bar spin. X up over the box right there. She's got to put an exclamation point on this run. She's got 10 seconds left. There's that tail whip she did. And I mentioned this earlier, I wish she finished with something right there. If she did that, it would dramatically change where she is on this.
It's got to be better than an 85 if you're going to overtake that spot from Queen.
But that was huge. That truck driver right there, a 360 and a bar spin combined. The only woman doing this here today. And the tail up over the box jump, the only woman doing that as well. We've seen a couple tail up airs, but the tail up over the box is a statement. That's especially on a concrete steep box jump like that.
So she was just on the outside looking in with that 78.33. It's got to be better than 85, better than 87.33, and 84 to be close, improved, but not the spot. So she's 1 point behind Queen for that bronze medal spot with one more run to go for her. Before we get to our next rider, let's check in one more time with Kristen B.
Perris Benegas sitting in second. Now this circus falls right into Perris's wheelhouse. She is so confident on a bowl course. When I spoke with her, she was smiling ear to ear, saying she is going to use every inch of this course. Valuable. Valuable is what confidence is. And Perris just is rolling into this competition with a lot of confidence. Let's get to know Perris Benegas a little bit more.
Dude, you are ripping.
Thanks.
What's your favorite part of the Sonic Park course?
All the new additions are so sick. Quarter here where you can pop into that corner allows you to just boost this hip. Rip around this full corner. Box jump, of course. Blast a big old T-bog on that hip.
Sounds like it's all good, dude.
Yeah, you know what would make it even better though?
Take me there.
Finish your run, you pop out, and you get the full Sonic experience where they roll up on their roller skate, the crispy tot, the sweet top lemonade, hand straight to you. That would be the best way to end the run.
That's a gold medal run right there, dude.
Here's your order.
Sonic provides.
Did you place your order for the crispy tot, Scotty? Because I didn't know that was an option out here.
I'm about to do it now, actually.
Yeah. Perris growing up in Reno, Nevada, longtime flatland rider and former XGames competitor. Gabe Weed at a skate park there in Reno. And I remember when Perris was just a little kid coming out there and riding with the boys and watched her skill set develop over time. This park is designed for her. She just has that flow. She has that pop. She loves these bowl parks.
Oh, and she rides better than any woman. Like, she shows up to any skate park and she just absolutely knows what she's doing. Like, but when it comes to this competition today, like, it's clear and obvious she is flying around this course. She has so much confidence. Like Chris was saying, every time she shows up on transition, she figures it out. She finds the gaps. She finds the transfers.
Oh, calling it off right there. So going back to what we were talking about a little while ago about just when it goes south and just losing your point in the middle of a run.
But it comes to strategy as well. You're doing a full pull like that, going that fast, using all of the energy to pump into transitions, especially as hard as she does. Might as well just not try to do a run that's not perfect. Let's wait till the next one. Give yourself your best shot. You have all your energy and see what you can do there.
Well, look who's hanging out down there on the deck for this one. He's been in the booth with us all weekend long. Dennis Anderson down there talking strategy. Either that or he's trying to get some crispy tots from her.
Yeah, he might be actually asking for advice on lines. That's how good she has it down there. But we're going to be back with Dennis in the booth soon. I'm excited to call the next competition. competition with them, which is going to be Diehm at Best Cherry Park.
Your current leader due up next. Let's check in with Kristen one more time.
Before Hannah drops in, I noticed her looking at her phone a moment ago. I asked her, what are you doing? Are you looking at your chicks? And she said, no, I'm changing the song. And I said, to what? And she said, I listen to sad country music. So that's her vibe going into this one, guys. Maybe to slow her heart rate down. I don't know. There has to be some logic to it, right?
It's an interesting motivational point right there. Sad country. Obviously, it's working because she called it a safety run earlier, and it's good enough for a 90 and a potential backup gold medal.
Oh, man, I've never heard that before, but so far, so good. Start with that flip. And I think Hannah's a type of rider, too, where she gets that big score in her first run, and now she's just chilling. And right away, X up to bar spin. You do not see that in competition. That's a rare trick right there. You can imagine the twang on that country guitar right now in the ear, just motivating her going, but it's working so well. Wow, so she actually just waved it off, and you can see she's shaking out her wrist. I saw a video of her. She did a double backflip on this airbag, landed it perfect. I was like, oh, that was beautiful. She's like, no, actually, I jammed my wrist pretty good on that. So that's why she landed a little hard on that flare, and she actually waved the run off. But yeah, so far so good. She's been riding amazing. Beautiful tabletop over the hip. And here's the flare. This is where she might have landed a little bit hard. And yeah, she waved it off.
Yeah, you can see the tape there on the right wrist, but again, after 2 rounds of runs, sitting in that top spot still with that 90 flat. We will see if it holds up. Perris, Benegas sitting there in that silver medal position, and it's an X Games rookie, QueenSaray Villegas, still holding on to that bronze. 2 rounds of runs in the books. We've got 1 more to go before we hand out the gold here on the Sonic Park course.
I moved to Salt Lake City in March of this year. There was an opportunity to work and to ride for a facility here called Core Athlete. Since moving here, I found a lot of joy in BMX, coaching and passing my knowledge and my love down to the younger generation. So we're hosting another clinic next month free for the kids just because I absolutely love getting other people excited to ride their bikes. So that's how BMX has stayed so positive in my life.
So some positive energy out of Hannah Roberts, and she's sitting in that top spot right now with a 90 flat, taking a look. Beautiful shot of downtown Salt Lake City. There's a shot of Hannah Roberts getting that wrist taped up. Here, getting ready for that 3rd and final run. Let's check in with Kristen Beat before we get to the last runs.
Yeah, Jimmy, Hannah Roberts requested medical assistance. She needed to rewrap the wrist that she sprained last week. During run 2, she told me that she wasn't prepared to land. She kind of stalled, hit it hard. The impact just threw her wrist off. It was sprained. She said it was getting better, but it's definitely causing her a lot of pain today. I asked her if it will affect her 3rd run. She said no. She's a warrior.
Yeah, you were talking about the impact on a low landing and just what that does to the wrist, holding on to the bars.
Yeah, it's the worst feeling, honestly. When you have your wrist, you don't realize how important that is, and your ankle, until you jack it up and you're trying to ride.
Well, she set the bar by being the first competitor in round number 1 with an 82. In round number 2, she bumped up 3 points to an 85. An X Games rookie looking at a potential first medal. It's QueenSaray Villegas.
I loved her 2nd run. I'm hoping we get more of the same. So many fast combinations, very technical tricks as well. Oh, nice tail whip air, catching that clean, keeping it going. Nice line over that hip, carving back over. And line choice is so important in designing a run for a competition. Let's see what she's got here. Backflip bar spin over the box, the biggest trick we've seen all day over that. Wow. And this is it. Nice X up to X up.
Another solid run for the rookie. She had an 82 the first round. She bumped it up 3 points with that 85 and then adds more to the mix here in the 3rd round.
That trick was huge. What a statement. Look at that backflip bar spin. Clearing the box, perfect. Getting those legs out of the way, getting the bars around, securing everything. That was huge.
See what this does with the score there. It's a 90, an 87.33, and an 85, your top three thus far. This is the start of the third and final round. An 88.33, she's gonna overtake Perris for that silver medal spot. And by the way, no female athlete from Colombia has medaled at the X Games before, so looking at her first potential medal and history out here today as well for QueenSaray Villegas. Our other rookie in the field here, out of Japan, it's Nene Naito. Just a couple of spots out, she sits in that number 6 spot.
Now they're all gonna feed off this energy. Adding that turn down in that 360, that was sick. Now, we were saying this all weekend. Once a rider puts down a big run like that, we all feed off of that. Oh, but sometimes you get a little bit too ahead of yourself. She brought so much speed into that quarter pipe. That was such a big tail whip. But what an amazing showing for Nene.
She'll stick with that 74.66, but Nene Naito, welcome to the X Games. 2 down, 6 to go. Your big story here right now in this third and final round. It's an X Games rookie that has jumped into that number 2 position. You need better than an 87.33 now to jump into the medal, Scotty.
Yeah, that was a huge run with huge tricks. And speaking of...
Yeah, Natalya Diehm, she needs that flair. It's come down to it. 2 runs now. Can it be done in the third and final attempt?
I mean, there's no better time to be able to pull out this run. The truth is, when you have everybody stepping it up, you got to get to the end and leave that impression. So this could play in her favor, but she's just got to be able to make it through. So far, so good. She's got great control, great power through this run. Nice, tough no-hander over that big hip. Love that tabletop air on that bull corner.
Is this gonna be the one? No!
Oh, again, the same exact crash, Jimmy.
I thought that was gonna be the one, but listen to the roar of applause that she gets from the fans here in Salt Lake City.
That's the worst thing when you see your fellow rider out there. You just want them to be able to get that run, be able to do what they came here to do. And to have 3 strikeouts like that, it definitely hurts to see, but she is such a trooper.
So that'll bring up Nikita Ducarroz, 2 spots on the outside. Looking in with a 76.66. The better of her 2.
Nice tabletop right there. Now Nikita has the trick. She has the run design. She's just got to get this thing to link together. Ah, dead air over the box jump. That is definitely not something that she wanted to do. She's having a bit of a struggle today. You know, we saw her pull up early, but she sends the flare.
Okay, she's waving. She's waving it. That was a bounce.
That was. I did not expect that right there. That came out of nowhere. I've seen her incorporate the 540s into it, but if you watch this flare, she pulls, but she just did not have the control to get the rotation. You can see it started out all right, but it just kind of came to a stall right here. Look at, okay, but it stalled. The body started going, the bike didn't.
Great air awareness to find an exit point to get out of that. That gets scary when you start reaching out for the coping, but rolling the dice. We're down to the halfway point here. Maca Perez sitting in that 7th place position. 65.33, the best we've seen out of her here today.
Maca dropping in. I've said this throughout the competition. She has a good run design. She's got to link it all together. Nice big air on that vert wall. Keeping the speed going. Beautiful look down, look back. Nice X up. I know she hung up a little bit, but that's okay. She's going to keep going. Now she's going to need something huge to get on this podium right here. At the 15-second mark of the run, this is where it gets crucial. You are tired, you are fatigued, but you know you have to bring your A game.
Last couple of seconds, this could be it.
Oh, and it looks like she just came, you know, to a part where she might have got a little lost and just didn't know what to do with her run. I know this is wearing on her. She really wanted to be on this podium today.
Just missed it by one spot last year. It was a 4th place finish in Ventura. So that means with 3 riders left to go, 2 of them are in the top 3. This one's the last one that can shake up the standings here. Kim Mueller.
She's right on the outside looking in. She is the one that sees them on the podium and knows that she has to up her game to make it on here. But the truth is, it's going to be hard, and she knows that as well. But she's got such great tricks, such great style. Like I said in the beginning, oh no! And it's hard as a rider. I'll be honest, when you're in that position on the outside, you know that it's going to take something huge. You know you really have to step up your A game. She went for a huge tail up over the hip. That was covering a lot of ground, and she wasn't able to find her pedals, and she ended up falling over.
Well, with 2 riders left to go, that means our podium is set. It all determines what position they are going to finish in. She was looking at a silver medal. She now finds herself in that bronze spot. What is Perris Benegas going to have to do? To get herself back up in that silver and potentially take the lead away from Hannah Roberts?
She's going to need to incorporate these high-speed runs, but with huge tricks. And there you go, upping it from the first one to height. Toboggan. The height was definitely there in the run that she got the high score on, but she's got to fill these gaps with big tricks. That's what the judges are looking for. Nice, huge turn down.
Look at the speed as she slingshot carves through those bull corners.
Beautiful tabletop. I want to see her incorporate something big here so she can make a statement in this run. Oh no! Oh, she wasn't able to get a trick over the box jump, and that is going to be a deal breaker right there in this style of competition, especially when the run that you have to beat was such perfection. I like that she was going for that nobody can, but she wasn't able to kick it over there.
So with that means with 1 rider left to go, Hannah Roberts is going to get a victory lap and is going to get back-to-back gold medals here at Sonic Women's BMX Park.
She's probably got the saddest song ever playing in her ears at the same time. I don't know how she's able to get that smile out of there.
Also around the bull corner, air, and then flare. So you flare this way, right?
Are they talking out a doubles run?
Could this be 2 medals? How does this work? I mean, we've seen it with
Potential
Dave
for
Mira.
2026 BMX Park doubles?
We've seen it with Mira and McCoy back in the beginning here.
Why not? Who wants to go for a regular victory lap? Let's go for a doubles victory lap.
This will be fun.
Are you
Let's
kidding
see
me?
how creative this is going to be, Jimmy.
I'm excited. I'm also nervous.
Yeah.
You come out of that bull corner wrong, and a lot of things can happen.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Nice flare.
Right into a flare.
Oh, I think they're going to go back-to-back. I think she's going to go for it as well. Oh! Sending it, but bailing once again.
Like they're playing a Sonic version of Add-A-Trick out here today. How about it, though? Back-to-back.
Hey, when you're coming off the lip, you would have just popped way harder and just stayed in that, you'd be fine.
There you go.
So even in the celebration of a gold medal moment, she's still trying to tell her friends how to land the flare. So how about that? QueenSaray Villegas, an XGames rookie, comes in, gets her first medal in her first appearance, and also the first Colombian female athlete at the XGames to take a medal. Perez is going to take the bronze, but it's Hannah Roberts, back-to-back Park gold medals.
Yeah, amazing riding from the women today. We got to see a backflip bar spin over the box jump. We saw flares. It was so good to watch.
What a competition. Second time it's ever been contested here in the women's field, the history of the X Games. Perris Benegas with the bronze. It's an X Games rookie, QueenSaray Villegas, taking home a silver. And for the second year in a row, it's Hannah Roberts walking out with women's BMX Park X Games gold.
this message and a word from our ABC stations.